Hi, I'm Kate. I'm from a running group called the Muddy Runners, and today I'm going to show you the second video in the series about mindful running, and this one is all about connecting with your body. I'm just about to go out for my run now, but before I do, I'm going to take a series of deep belly breaths so I can feel my chest rise and I can feel my belly rise as well. And I'm also going to focus on the feeling of my body being attached to the ground, the gravitational pull that's pulling me to the ground. And that's a grounding exercise, which again is a really nice thing to do before you go for a run. It really helps you tune in to your body before we go out and do our running body scan.
So I've come out for a run today, and my focus, instead of being on the environment around me, is going to be on what my body is actually doing, what my body is trying to tell me. So this is basically a body scan, which is something that we do in meditation, a meditation technique. You can do it lying down, you can do it seated, but I'm going to do it today in a running style and show you how to do it as well when you're out on your runs. The body scan is a form of meditation, and the idea is to give your body complete focus from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. And the idea is you will move your attention down through your body to those different body parts in turn. Mindfulness is all about being intentional with your awareness and not making any judgment on it. So we're not asking you to do this run to consider different parts of your body and think about how you can correct your body position. It's about being curious, about noticing what your body is doing. So don't feel you have to make any changes at all. Just go with it, keep running and see what your body is doing. Okay, starting with our head position. What's happening with your head? Are your eyes looking forward? Are you looking at the ground? Are you staring at your feet? Is your head nice and upright? And then what about your face? What are your eyes doing? Are your eyes squeezed up? Are you carrying any tension in your face? What about your jaw? Is your jaw clenched? If you notice any tension anywhere in your body doing this body scan, just concentrate on your breathing and just see if you can release the tension in those areas. Next, bring your focus to your shoulders. Are your shoulders tense? Are your shoulders up by your ears? Are your shoulders low and relaxed? Then think about what your arms are doing while you're out running. Do your arms swing forwards, or are they crossing the body line? And if that's happening, are you creating a bit of a twist in your upper body or around your torso and in your hips? And just really think about your arms. Are your hands, fists clenched while you're running, or are they nice and loose and relaxed? Carrying any tension in your arms? If so, try and release that tension. Now, one of the areas we often forget about while we're running is our core muscles. So now bring your attention to your waist and to your core. What's going on there? Are you engaging your core muscles or not? Can you notice some rotational movement in your hips around your waist? Now bring your attention to your legs, starting at the top and working your way down. Think about your quads, the fronts of your legs. Think about your hamstrings at the back and your calf muscles as well. Are there any twinges? Are there any niggles? Do they feel tired? Have you got some fatigue setting in, especially if you're further on in your run? Is there any other niggles, anything else your body's trying to tell you? Now don't forget, if you've got any feeling of injury, do that quick assessment that we mentioned in the last video. On a scale of 0 to 10, how do I feel now? Is this something I can push on through, or should I stop? Is it an injury that needs some more attention? And finally, what's happening with your feet? How do your ankles feel at the moment? Is there any tension in your ankles? How do your feet feel as they hit the floor? Can you really focus on the different parts of your feet as they make contact with the ground? Do you have a heel strike or a midfoot strike? Or are you up on your toes? Really think about where your foot's landing. Can you feel the terrain underneath your heels of your shoes, the soles of your feet? The key elements of mindfulness are to have an awareness, intentionally, of the moment that you're in right now and without judgment. So throughout this video, I've been saying that if you notice any shape that your body might be making, any particular habit that perhaps you have, not necessarily to change it, just to be curious of that and just to notice it. But what I want to show you now is how we can use this technique and this body scan to actually improve our running technique if you want to. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail about coaching methods and tips because that's the subject of another video, and if you want more coaching techniques and advice, then you can certainly ask someone at the Muddy Runners to help with that. but I've come to the bottom of the nearby hill outside my house to show you the sorts of things that we can notice about our bodies at different points within our run. Okay, so I'm at the bottom of the hill, I'm going to work my way up now. The first thing I notice is that I have a tendency to lean forward, to really lean into the hill, especially when it starts to feel hard work. Now at this point it might be where I just remind myself to remember my posture, just to bring myself a bit more upright. Still leaning into the hill a little bit, but not so that my face is nearly on the floor. And that's the other thing, my head starts to drop, staring at my feet, instead of keeping my head upright and my eyes looking forwards. Now as I'm getting tired, the first thing I notice about my arms is that they start to cross my body line, instead of driving backwards and forwards in line with my body. And I also, as I'm running, I can hear my feet dragging on the ground. I can feel my feet are getting a bit lazy perhaps. I'm not picking my feet up like I normally would. So these are the sorts of things you can notice when you're out running. It might be a hill session, it might be a speed session. It might just be that you're coming to the end of a run and you're starting to feel tired. Do a quick body scan, head to toe, really notice what your body's doing. If there's any changes that you want to make then, to improve your running technique, then obviously that's entirely up to you.
Okay, so that's the body scan completed. So go out and give it a go, see what you think, let me know how it goes. Really useful technique to do at the moment while we're having to run on our own during this time, and stops you getting bored. It can be a really good distraction if that little voice inside your head is telling you to stop. But most importantly, I think it really helps us just to really enjoy our run. We don't have to be focusing on times and distance and pace or anything like that, unless you want to, of course. But if you just want to get out there and enjoy the process of running just for the sake of it, then doing a body scan midway through is a really nice way to really focus and bring your attention to the moment that you're in. The next blog and the next video will be all about breathing. It will be about connecting to our breath, really using our breath as an anchor, which we can do in mindfulness and meditation generally, but we can also do it while we're out running. And there's lots of useful tips and techniques coming relating to breathing whilst out running. So make sure you tune in for that one, which will come out next week. And that's bye for now.